Hello, welcome to Board Games with Niramas. I'm Joseph, and today I'm going to teach you a little bit on how to play Werewolf or Ultimate Werewolf over Zoom. These days, of course, a lot of people are, you can't meet up with your game groups and you want to play over Zoom instead online, which is a really good way to play the game as well. I think it's actually my favorite way to play Werewolf. So in this video, we are going to share some tips here for basically standard, like how you could play with your friends, how Zoom works a little bit, how you can set it up. But I am also going to start off here with the Dice Tower Werewolf Group, which I'm a part of since a while back and played a lot of fun games with them. Maybe you've seen them on the channel when I did put out the games we played. But in this one, I'll explain a little bit on how to get into the group if you want to join and try out the game with us. We're a very friendly group. Everyone is just going to be happy to see new people. So to start off here, Dice Tower Werewolf is a Facebook group. As you can see behind me, you just go to Facebook and you just need to search for Dice Tower Werewolf. It's very easy to find. Then you just apply for membership and someone will let you in. And as you can see here, there's different kinds of discussions about social deduction games here as well. They played some Werewolf last night, Tuesday Werewolf, and they put up a Zoom link, which you could click as well once you got the Zoom. And then just join in there and play and have fun with these people. Now, next step here is going to be about Zoom. By the way, if you want to skip forward and just watch the actual sort of how to play Werewolf on Zoom part, just go to the timeline down here. I'm going to put timestamps there. And I'm going to put all the links in the description as well for this video, so you can go straight to the Facebook group that way. And next up here is just basically Google. So basically what I did here is just I Googled for Zoom. This is all you need to do. You click the Zoom video conference link here, zoom.us. And then here you can just download it for free. You can just download Zoom so that you have it on your computer, or you can also use like a tablet or something. You can play on a phone, but I wouldn't really recommend it because then you can only see 4 people at a time, which is really hard to do in a werewolf group. But we have some people playing on phone as well, so you can try it out. Then we are also using the Board Game Schedule site. So Board Game Schedule is a site that is set up basically for playing online, and it's one of the members of the group. So credit to Mike there, and he set this up, and so you can have, there's a lot of Blood on the Clock Tower game schedule here, which is another social deduction game that I'm not that fond of. But here you also will see, here we have one for Sunday, 19 December, 6 p.m. Central European time. It's going to be in your time zone. You just sign up for free on the site and enter your time zone and so on, and then you will get the times in your time zone. It's going to be Werewolf and so on. You can then click on Take a Spot, and then you will get more information about the game, like who's hosting it, if there's some special rules or anything, it will be in here. If there's like maybe there's a link to a document which describes the different roles in the game. You can prepare before the game and read here, and you can take a spot if you want to join this game. And you don't always have to like sign up for this. A lot of the games we do during the weeks, it's just like spontaneous games. We just get the game going. But if there's a bigger game we plan for in the weekend and so on, then we usually use this Board Game Schedule site. So that's basically just a little bit of the setup on how to get into our group. Now let's head over to the actual Zoom call when some nice people help me out here to demonstrate how to play Ultimate Werewolf over Zoom. Right, so now we're in Zoom. And in Zoom here we have a bunch of people that are here just looking pretty and going to help me demonstrate to you how to play Werewolf on Zoom. So let's start off with a few things on Zoom. Just a quick overview here. So as you can see here, if you follow my mouse pointer, I can go to the chat, like down here in the middle. You're not going to see the chat window when I open up, it doesn't matter. In the chat is where the moderator will send you a role before the game starts. And hopefully the moderator will also explain the role. When you go to the night phase, which we will show you in a minute, then the moderator will mute everyone at the same time. There could be times where you get silenced or so on. And then you can just click this little left down here in the left corner. You have the mute like that. And now you don't hear me. And well, you actually heard me on the recording, but not in the Zoom. And as you can see, Barbie down here is muted right now. And then we have to the right of this, we have the video where it says stop video. That's where you enter the Zoom. You click that little button to start the video. And you can also click this little arrow like Jürgen just did. And you can also click this little arrow here to go to video settings. And I'm not going to go through all the video settings, but in there you can adjust things. So after you get your role, we will go to a night 0, as we call it, where all the roles will wake up. Most of them won't do that much on night 0, but some roles will get to do things. When you do things during the night, as Jürgen is showing here, it's a good idea if you can show it somehow, so you can get the big text app for your phone. I think it's different, right? If Jugan, is that correct? If you have Android or
Android and iPhone, they're pretty much the same app. Just type in Big Tets, and there's a few options to choose from.
Or you can, as Barbie is doing, you can use the just one piece there, or just any kind of whiteboard, which I use myself as well. And Jesse's advanced. He has pre-made cards for all the different players. So if you start playing with us, you will probably get one of those nice cards as well from Jesse. So
well, I'd like to also add on, sorry, Joseph, if I might, if you do get the bit text in some phones and some apps, it's probably best to turn down the brightness so it doesn't reflect too much off the camera.
So now that I've sent the rolls to everyone, now we're going to go to night 0. So good night, everyone. And I will also mute everyone, so you don't need to worry about that. So you want to have everyone muted, because that way we won't hear if, for example, one of these people have a certain sound in the background or whatever. All right, in the night here, we are going to start off with the bodyguard waking up. So the bodyguard will just do a little wave here, since nobody's dying on night 0, so the bodyguard doesn't have to protect anyone. Then we will go to the werewolves, and the werewolves will wake up, and the werewolves will do a little meet and greet, say hi to each other. The moderator will usually show with fingers how many werewolves there's supposed to be, because in a bigger game it might be hard to see someone on the screen, but now they know how many there are, and you can go back to sleep. They don't get to kill anyone on night 0. Then we're going to have the seer wake up, and the seer will put down a name on their phone, or however they type it down, and show the moderator, in this case here. Okay, so now I'm going to give a thumbs up if that player is a werewolf, or a thumbs down if that player is not a werewolf. In this case it would be that. Alright, you can go back to sleep. And now everyone can wake up. We are going to start day 1. Usually there's a timer of some sort, a limited amount of time that you have to discuss during the day. And during the day there will be 3 nominations available. So 3 times you can nominate someone. Someone else needs to second that nomination. At that point, that person will be on the chopping block and have to defend themselves. And then everyone will vote to save or kill them.
I'm suspicious of Davy, but I'm not sure about Barbie. What do you guys
I feel
think?
good about Barb.
I think it's Alex.
I was thinking Alex too.
I was also thinking Alex, so let's just do this. I nominate Alex.
All right, so Alex has been nominated. Is there a second for that nomination?
I'll second that nomination.
All right, Jugan second. So Alex, you are on the chopping block. What's your defense?
Well, I am on the village team. I'm not a werewolf. You don't want to kill me, but I understand if you have suspicion on me. So vote up.
Okay, so let's vote for Alex. You're voting up to save Alex and keep him in the village, or down to kill Alex on my count. So vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. And it looks like there's 1 voting up, 2 voting up. That's not enough. That's 4 down. So the majority wants to kill Alex, which means Alex has died. He will turn off his camera and mute himself, and I will tell the village that Alex was on the werewolf team. And good night, everyone. It's time for night phase again. Okay, so someone will probably die tonight. So bodyguard, we need you. Bodyguard, who do you want to protect? Thank you. And werewolves. If there's any werewolves left in the village, you can wake up and choose a target. Thank you. And then the seer can wake up. Who do you want to check tonight, seer? Thank you. And everyone can wake up. Sadly though, Josh has been killed. Josh was on the village team. And now they too can begin. And we would keep doing that until one of the victory conditions are met. For the villagers, you want to kill all the werewolves in order to win. For the werewolves, you want to reach parity with the village, because then there's no way for the village to win, right? Because you can just tie the vote, and then in the night you can kill someone else. And finally, you would have killed all the villagers, but we usually just stop the game at that point, because there's no point in keep playing. And when people die, they will turn the camera off, or if people are just spectating. So like right now, you can see that Josh over here is just a blank screen, and you don't want to have that there. It's just annoying when you're playing. So you can right click on Josh's screen here, and you can just choose hide non-video participants. So that way we don't have to see his screen there. Also, if you want to change your own name, you can right click your own picture and you can just choose rename, and you get to rename it to something funny. So I hope that made you feel a little bit more comfortable jumping in and trying a game of werewolf together with this group. We're all friendly here and welcome new people. You can also jump in and just watch a game as a spectator with your camera off and being muted, and just watch how we play games so you can get the feel for it as well. Also, Adam, one of the regular moderators here, often puts up beginner games in the Dice Tower Werewolf Facebook group. So join one of those and get a feel for the game, and then you can start jumping into the whole craziness that we do with homebrew scripts and so on. Thank you for watching. Hope it helped you a little bit. Thank you to everyone here who helped acting and showing the game. And if you want to see more werewolf being played, see videos of how we play, you can find a bunch of them on my channel. We can also find them over at Jugen's channel. You can find Goblins and Warlocks over at YouTube and Twitch. And you can see how those games are played out, and it can help out to understand different roles and so on. So I recommend you to check some of those games out.